Welcome to All the Gear But No Idea, the South Australian fishing podcast hosted by Rhodey and Diz. The boys will share their tall tales of the one that got away, as well as some regular segments they know all you fishing tragics will enjoy.
Rightio everyone, let me welcome to the stage today our very own South Australian podcasters, All the Gear and No Idea. Take it away, guys.
Thank you, Tracy, very much, and it's great to be here. Rhodey, how you going?
I'm very good, Diz. So, we're All the Gear But No Idea, the South Australian fishing podcast, and we're going to get a couple of guests on today and chat a bit of fishing, Diz.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. We're going to have Dean on today, Dan from Let's Go Fishing, and then tomorrow we've got Ned McHenry on, and Sunday we've got someone else, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got Caleb Murray, who's he's a blind man who gets into his fishing and shares it all on YouTube. So he's got a great YouTube channel. So make sure you come along for that one too.
Absolutely. Righto, Rhodey, let's get Dean up on the stage. Come on, mate. The man of the hour.
G'day, fellas. How he's going?
Yeah, buddy, good, mate.
That's
Thank
good.
you.
That's
good
good
to be here. How's the first day been?
Yeah, good. Weather's good. Plenty of people around. It's good to see there's a good turnout this year.
Beautiful. So Dean is the man behind Ocean Warrior Lobster. So come along and get some lunch from him.
Yeah, come and grab some. We've got ones we can whack straight into a box for you, and you can just get straight into them. Even got a little bit of special sauce. So
That's the way.
we've got all ranges of sizes as well. We've got up to about 3 kilos down to 500 grams. So anyone that's keen on them, come and grab one off us. We'll look right after you.
Fantastic, Dean. Well, mate, we're really keen to get into the 5 questions that we ask all of our guests on our podcast. So for anybody who hasn't listened, we're up to about episode 60 odd now. So you've got a fair bit of work to do if you start from episode 1, but you'll make your way through it. And we get a guest on every week and we ask them 5 questions. So if you're game, Dean, we'll get stuck into them.
Yeah, we'll have a crack at it. Why not?
Brilliant, mate. Well, first question we ask all of our guests is, tell us about your best fish.
Well, my best fish that I've probably caught, cray-wise, are we talking cray-wise?
Your choice, mate. Buyer's choice.
I've had quite a few over the 3.5 kilo. I'd say probably about 3.8 kilos. The biggest one
Wow.
I've probably got out of the pots. So
Wow.
yeah, they a bit of work getting them out when they're that large. You got to put a rope around the tail and lasso them out backwards. But my colleague Tyson's quite good at it. So
That's it.
Make him do all the dirty work, you reckon?
yeah, that's his job.
All right, Dean, and tell us your favourite thing about fishing, mate.
I just love the freedom of being out on the ocean, being my own boss, getting to do what I want to do out there, and just the thrill of the chase, like every fisherman.
Yeah.
Just enjoy the hunt.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
That's a common theme we see for most of our guests, so that's good to hear. Mate, tell us about your first fishing memory or what got you into it. Family business?
Yeah, family business. My great-grandfather and dad are all been cray fishermen, and
Excellent.
took over the reins, and I got 3 boys of my own, so hopefully one out of the 3 of them keen to keep the family legacy going. That'd be good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I don't know. I was sort of going out on the boats with Dad and my grandfather when I was about, 3 and a half years old. So got pretty early memories of seeing a few crays coming over the rail then, but also a bit of rod fishing down home. Used to do a bit of that when I was a kid, just up the jetty, catching a few tommies and stuff. So
Beautiful. A
Always
lovely
good.
part of the world down where you're from.
well, when the weather's good, it's pretty good.
Few and far between, isn't it, the wind?
Yeah, it's winds all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we were down there not long ago with Tice actually, chasing a barrel down there, and the weather played the game that day for us.
Yeah, no,
but
when it turns it on, it's quite nice, but yeah, it's very far and few in between, that's for sure.
That's it. That's
All right,
it.
Dean, and apart from obviously cray fishing, what's your favourite sort of fishing?
I like going out and having a crack at the gummies.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're always a good chew, and I like deep dropping as well. That's good fun.
Yeah.
Getting a few, so yeah.
You're pretty blessed down your way. You've got the big barrels, the gummies, the deep dropping. You've got a bit of everything, don't
Yeah,
you?
no, we are blessed. If the weather was like Queensland down home, it'd be so popular, it wouldn't be funny. But yeah, no, there's plenty to catch down home if you're keen to do it. So
Absolutely. All right, and our last question of the 5, you must have a funny fishing story or one that got away.
we've had a few different episodes out on the ocean, you could say. But we've had a few come up on top of the pots and trying to grab them off and shoot out of the hands and stuff like that. A few come up on the bottom. But, yeah, look, I could tell you a lot of stories, but I don't know if it's crowd appropriate.
Crowd appropriate. That is a common theme, too, for the podcast, actually. We
All
are
right.
strictly PG.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, Dean, now that's our 5 questions that we ask all our guests, and we'll move into a bit more of the specifics. So tell us a bit about the Ocean Warrior business and what you do.
Yeah, well, we the other year when things started to get a bit grim, we sat down and thought, how can we keep surviving and keep doing what we love? And we thought, well, maybe we've got to obtain a processor's ticket and bring them to the general public ourselves and see if we can get rid of a few and just try to keep costs down by doing that ourselves. And you get out, you meet people. People are keen to help you out once they know your backstory. Like, you know, we're no big company or anything. We're just a family-owned business just trying to make a living. So that's how it all come about. So
Yeah, good on you, mate. And we'll let you tell everyone your fantastic price and deal you've got going for the boat show. What can they find at your stall?
Well, you can come over and see us, and we've got all sorts of ranges of lobster between 500 grams up to 3 kilos and $75 a kilo. So come and
Great
get one,
price.
and we got ones you can just get straight in and eat. They're ready to go. So anyone wants to come down and say g'day to me and Tice, that'd be much appreciated, and also grab a lobster.
Yeah, fantastic.
And Dean, tell us, you boil most of your lobsters, is that right?
Yeah, what we do, we boil them up in salt water, chill them in salt water brine, scrub them up, get them looking good.
Yeah.
And
And,
do you sell
straight
any
on
green
ice.
as well?
Yeah, we do. We brought only a few up, but they've already been snapped up.
Yep.
We had them ordered before we got here.
Perfect.
So, but yeah, we do green ones and live ones as well. But just this time, we just thought we'd just bring up
Keep
the
it
cooked
simple.
ones. Yeah, it's just a bit easier. It's a bit warmer weather, so got the cool room there with them on ice. So.
And if you had a choice, mate, how would you be eating it?
Yeah,
Boiled?
I like them boiled.
Yeah.
I do like them. I like them garlicked up on the barbie too.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of ways you can do them. It's just what your preference really is, I guess. But
Yes.
yeah, now on the barbie with a bit of garlic butter is always a winner.
Yeah, that's it. Rhodey rates himself as a bit of a cray diver, but we've had him on the barbecue. They're always good.
The thing about our crayfish is they're normally nice and small, so they're easy to put on the barbecue.
Yeah, that's the go. Now the small ones are the ones that have got the taste. They're
Yes.
the sweet ones. So
Yep.
Yeah, very good. Now, mate, tell us, you mentioned that things got a bit hairy last year. I'm sure everybody would be aware of what's been happening in the international markets. Talk us through a bit of that, mate. You've obviously been through the ringer a bit.
yeah, we've the prices have definitely changed, and I mean nothing's changed on the fuel or bait or anything like that. That's increased, so it's making it a bit difficult. People are sort of feeling it pretty hard at the moment, so we're just trying to do this and keep going, and hopefully there'll be rainbows and sunshine out the other end.
And you mentioned about the bait. That's an interesting thing to
Yep.
touch on.
Yep.
Where do you get your bait from? Do you send Tyson down the jetty to catch a heap
I
of
should.
shitties? Or?
I really should, but no, we just source that through our local processors and factories at home, and
And what's the best bait?
I personally like to use barracuda heads.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mackerel, blue mackerel, they're quite popular.
Yep.
They give out a nice oil off their skin and that, and then they're not bad. Salmon, jack salmon, they're good. Even bony brim, we use them.
Yeah.
Most people use sort of the same sort of stuff down home.
Yeah.
It's worked for a fair while now, so I guess it works. But
That's
hey, when
right.
you get a few fresh fish in your pots too, like your cod and your wrasse, they're great bait as well.
Great. Yeah. And now talk us through it, mate. You sort of head out and set the pots overnight, and then back there,
Yeah, we
you
sort
can,
of
weather permitting.
Yeah, weather permitting, but yeah, what we try to do is we get up early and get out before daybreak and start getting into them. The predators are around, so you got to get out there early. The octopus give us a bit of a hard time at times,
Okay,
but get out early, and then we go around them, lift them, put a bait in them, reset them back up onto the rocky bottom, reefy bottom, and go home and patiently wait to do it again the next day.
And how many pots have you got, Dean?
I personally own 61. We lease a few up to about nearly 70, but yeah, that's not too bad. A lot of blokes down home have sort of got that 80 plus, 100 pots. So
Beautiful.
yeah, there's a few out there.
Fantastic. And been a good start to the season for you?
Cray rate's best I've ever seen it.
Wow.
Yeah, no, we've looked after the industry pretty well. The sustainability's definitely there. The catching them's the easy part now. Used to be the hard part. So.
And Dean, what's a good pull? How many crays?
out of what I sort of get, if you can get around 2 kilos a pot, you're pretty happy.
Okay.
If you get your 120 kilo for a day, you're pretty happy. You go down the pub, you have a beer, you tell the boys how you did.
How you did, yeah.
Not too much though, you got to tell them a few lies. But
Yeah, that's it. Oh, it was an okay day today, boys.
Yeah, we got a couple.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
usually
yeah,
what you say. So
And what's the best? What's the most crayfish you've ever pulled out of one pot?
out of one, I think me and Tice got 25 size out of one.
Jesus,
Yeah, no,
is
that
a
was
lot.
pretty. Yeah, that's a highlight reel one, definitely.
Yeah.
We
Spot.
even took a photo of that one. So.
Absolutely. That one would have been spot X. You wouldn't be giving that one away
Yeah,
too
no,
easy.
that's a family secret spot, that one. Nobody knows about it. It's pretty common. Most people know the ground these days down home. Technology's made it a lot easier.
Yeah, that's
But,
it.
hey, look, it's good. Everyone catches fish, so
Yeah.
everyone's happy.
And what about the recos? Do you have any trouble with them, or they're all pretty good to you?
No, most of them are all blokes from home anyway,
Yeah.
so we know them all. But no, they sort of. It depends what time you're leaving in the morning. You might get tangled up with them at the ramp while
Yeah.
you're trying to leave, and they're getting excited. But nah, most of them are inshore. We don't. We see a few, but nah, pretty good.
Yeah. Fantastic, mate. We can follow you on your socials, Facebook.
Yeah, on
You
Facebook. Yep.
Keep everybody up to speed with the specials
we try
and
to
that
get
sort of thing.
Try to get a few posts up, and yeah.
Yeah.
And
Fantastic.
apart from coming over and buying a feed for lunch today, where can we get your crayfish from the rest of the year?
Down home at Port Macdonald, we've got. You just get onto us, and
Yep.
I can work it out, and you can either come around and see me at home at Four Springs Road, or I can find you.
Yeah.
We're pretty flexible, so.
Yeah, beautiful.
Nah,
well,
awesome.
with Christmas coming up, mate, I'm sure people will start getting their orders in. That'll be a busy time for you.
Usually Christmas time's pretty. Lead up to Christmas is pretty hectic. We usually try to get over here and do a bit of a pop-up just before Christmas, take a few orders. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Good
we'll
on you.
definitely let people know if we're coming back over sooner or later. So that'll be good.
Please do, mate. Fantastic. Well, we
Awesome.
can't thank you enough, mate, for coming on stage and telling us a bit about your story.
Nah,
Once
no
again,
worries.
everybody get down and see Dean and Tice down at the Cray store. Get yourself a good feed.
Yeah, come see us. Come get some of these beautiful crays, guys. Thank you. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
No worries.
Brilliant.
All right, guys, that's not all we've got for you. We're lucky enough to have a second
mate.
guest coming on stage, so we're hoping that Dan's hearing us and is making his way over. Yep, here he goes. We've got a good friend of the show here, Dan Waye. He's here representing Let's Go Fishing and How's Your Tackle for all the freshest bait and the best tackle in town.
Absolutely. And Dan's a regular. He's been on our show a few times, Dan. Good to see you, mate.
Hey boys,
Fantastic, mate. Tell us about the store. What's happening?
the store.
Yeah.
This one or the
Yeah,
main
this
one?
one, mate.
Yeah, so this one. We've brought down half the shop this weekend. So I wanted to bring down a little bit more, but we're a little bit restricted with a 3x3 marquee. I think we got a good fair whack of it in. We got some great deals, good specials, a couple of items that are brand new. And also heaps of clearance stuff as well. So,
Yeah, a
yeah,
few
really
bargains.
exciting. Sorry?
Few bargains.
Few bargains, one or two. So we've got some Abu Garcia rods that are normally $50. We're selling them for $40 each or 2 for 70. So they've been really popular so far.
Beautiful.
We've got some squid combos that are ready to go with the squid jag rod reel. We got the local jerky that we've been spruiking the
Yeah.
last couple of weeks. That's a fairly new addition to the store. That's top shelf. That's on special too. We've got clearance table, $6 lures, normally between $14.95, $29.95. Just trying to make a little bit of room in the shop. So, and then a whole bunch of other awesome deals as well, a bunch of local stuff and whatnot. So,
Beautiful. All right, we're going to get back onto that in a minute, Dan, but we are going to ask you the 5 questions that I think
Oh,
you've answered a
really?
couple of years ago.
I think we've been through all
But
this.
we'll see if we've got any different answers from you. What's your best fish?
Good way to put us on the spot. I can't even remember now.
Mate, I've seen some big tuna in your Facebook
Yeah,
photos.
no, they're not that big. Flacky's actually put us onto a couple of really good tuna out on the TSH boat. So, yeah, that would be our most memorable fish recently, I think, apart from when Happy Valley Reservoir opened.
We were going to ask you about that. So
Yeah, getting a few cod on that first day, that was
Yep.
pretty crazy. So, considering I spent the last 15 years trying to get one up the Murray and couldn't find
Yeah.
one. So, and then I landed like 18 on the first couple of hours of it opening.
Yeah,
So,
how
I think
good.
they'd probably have to be up there, I think.
That's it, mate. And the favourite part about fishing for you, getting out amongst it?
Yeah, getting out amongst it, and again to harp on what we harped on a couple of years ago. I think it's just getting out with the mates and a bit of banter, and I love the camping side, the relaxing side, just getting the hell away from the shop for a couple of days. It's probably ideal as well. So,
absolutely.
And what about your first fishing memory?
First fishing memory, I reckon, was up the river. I think from memory, it was sort of going away with the parents, camping, throwing out a line for carp, and and the old shrimp net or whatever. So, that's probably the first memories that really got us into it, I reckon. So.
Absolutely, mate. And your favourite sort of fishing these days, is it getting out wide or just flicking a lure when you can?
Getting out wide's too much work, mate. So, and I struggle a little bit in the kayak to get out the Sanders or whatever. So I think for me it's just anywhere I can sort of be a lazy prick, just pull up my car, and even if I put the tent up or whatever, and have a beer in one hand and the fishing rod in the other hand, and sit in a chair with an esky for a couple of days, I'm pretty happy. So.
That's it. No better way to do it, mate.
Yeah.
And have you got a funny story for us?
No, not off the top of my head.
Nothing PG anyway.
There would have been a few kicking around, but I think I wasted my best one last time. I can't remember what it was though. So.
All right, let's keep moving, Dan. Has it been a good start to the show? You had a few down there?
Yeah, it has been a good start. There's lots of traffic here. Traditionally, Friday is probably one of the quieter days, but it's been really good to see heaps of people down here. So thank you out there, everybody that came along today. Well, I hope you're enjoying it. And it's a little bit slow normally in the mornings, and then we're sort of starting to pick up now. So I've left my teenage daughter in the stall, so that's why
you're trying to wrap us up a bit.
That's why I'm talking a million miles an hour. So she's all right. She'll be fine.
Mate, tell us about Happy Valley. You have been very much involved in that when it first was available to be fished in very recently. So tell us what you can expect if we go down there and flick a lure or cast a bait.
Yeah, so originally my involvement was mostly just the planning committee originally. So, but since then we've been trying to be a frequent visitor. Living around the corner, it's been a bit easier to do. So when we first opened it up, the cod, you could throw a shoelace at them and they'd probably have a crack at it. Now they're starting to wisen up a little bit, which is probably not a bad thing. So the lures, you have to be a little bit more selective with what lures you throw at them and how you target them, and time of day and barometer and all that other the other crap as well. But they will still take a good lure. Bait-wise, those that just want to go and catch one, I'd probably recommend for the first time going down and throwing a bit of bait out there. Either a bit of chicken. Misconception is chicken's actually not illegal to use in the reservoirs. It's against the law to use it in South Australian marine waters. So you can't go off the beach or whatever and use it, but in the reservoirs it's fine.
It's okay.
Bit of chicken or a live yabby or a bit of cheese seems to be doing the job, and you should still be able to find one. Any lures, anything that sort of represents a little bait fish with a lot of action, a vibe, or something with a bit of spin to it, or a chatterblade. They seem to do really well as well, so still at the moment.
Yeah, and Dan, tell us, how many days in a row did you go when it first opened?
Oh, I can't remember. I tried to crack a month, but I got the Christmas Eve. So it was nearly a month or so. It was about 3 weeks in a row, and I got the Christmas Eve, and I just couldn't get there before work. And then, of course, we had the festivities after work, and I dropped my run, so that was a bit of a downer. But
and are you still getting down there much anymore?
Now that daylight savings is back on again, it's a lot easier. So the issue that I have during winter is we don't shut the shop until about 6 o'clock. So by the time I get back to the resi, you're
done.
It's gone, it's closed up. So with daylight savings now, it gives us a good couple of hours
Has
to play with.
Has it changed to longer hours again this year for
daylight
savings?
So all the reservoirs Australia-wide that have public access, during daylight savings, they have the extended hours at night. I think it's till 8 o'clock off the top of my head.
Beautiful.
And Dan, can you tell us a bit about some of the other stalls that are on offer today?
Yeah, so obviously we've got Dean here from Ocean Warrior, so that's good to see him and Tice. Team Justigo are down here representing. Our mate Flacky from TSH is down here. Obviously Simon's down here from Savage Tackle as well. Right next door to us, we've also got Rod, Squid Easy. So they've all got some really good specials going. Rod's been up here doing some awesome demos. Really good. Heaps to see. There's plenty of other stalls inside, outside. We've got some content creators down the end of Fishing Alley here. So I'm not sure exactly what they do. I think they're like they do a lot of YouTube content and stuff for four-wheel driving Australia and all that. So they've got some really cool setups to check out. So plenty to see and do, and yeah.
Absolutely. Get down there, guys, and check out everything in the fishing alley. There's plenty to see and do.
And when you're not here, Dan, tell us where these guys can find you.
Find us down at Let's Go Fishing. I know you guys have never heard of it before. But no, we're based on Golfy Road down at Christie's Beach. So open 7 days. The only day we're closed is Christmas Day. So chances are you'll probably find us.
Have you found someone to run the store for the weekend?
Yeah, we've brought in a couple of ringers, actually. So, when Dan's not there, we need 2 or 3 people to sort of pick up the slack.
Keep things going.
That's right.
Boyd doesn't know how good he's got it.
Boyd's in Darwin at the moment, so he's living the high life.
Yeah.
But I've actually got him running stuff down here. We've got a brand new product here in South Australia. It's called Rod Anchor. I don't know if you've seen it advertised. Well, we've been waiting on the package from them for 2 weeks, and it just rocked up at the shop about an hour ago. So
typical timing. Yeah,
I'm getting a delivery down here in about an hour's time. So we'll be able to smash those. We've got those out on a bit of a opening special as well. So
cool.
Should be good.
Beautiful.
Fantastic,
all right,
mate.
Dan. Well, thanks for coming on.
No worries, boys.
Thank you,
for having
Dan.
us again, and good luck. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, mate.
Thanks,
Enjoy your
guys.
weekend. Cheers.
Thanks again, Dan and Diz. 2 very good guests.
Yes, very good to hear from Dean and Dan, and they'll have a very busy weekend. I'm sure there's always something to see at both those stalls for sure.
Definitely, Diz. So make sure you do get along and support them over the next couple of days. And for those wanting to find us, Diz, where can they find us online?
Yeah, well, you're head of social media for All the Gear But No Idea, so you'll find us on Facebook and Instagram and all of that. But like I said, we're up to about episode 60 odd, so get on there and download the podcast. Good for listening on your next fishing trip or on the way down to the jetty or whatever it might be that you're up to. So get onto that. And if you're sort of walking down Fishing Alley this weekend and you like the look of these hats or beanies, make sure you get around Simon at Savage Tackle. He'll have them available.
Yeah, Dizzy, you did talk a big game about modelling the beanies today, but it's a bit warm for you, is it?
It is a bit warm for a beanie, but we have been talking on the podcast that it's still cold enough in some of those mornings when you're out on the boat to have a beanie on.
I think the cold weather's coming back next week, so you will need a beanie.
That's it, absolutely.
All right, Diz, so Spotify, Apple Podcasts, that's where you can find us. We're up to episode 67.
67.
Pity Dizzy didn't know that, but
Couldn't
anyway.
remember.
So we put a podcast out about every fortnight, talk about all different things fishing. We talk about the news, a fishing report. We have a guest on every week, so it's a bit of good fun and a bit of good banter, Diz.
Absolutely, yep. Get around it, download your next episode, and thanks for coming out today. We hope you all have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Rhodey and Diz hope you enjoyed today's episode of All the Gear But No Idea. Keep up to date by liking and sharing us on Facebook and Instagram, and you can subscribe on all the major podcast platforms. Until next time, good luck fishing.